On Channel 2.
And finally got the chance when he kicked off a 6-show tour last night in Moscow. Today, contributing correspondent Rona Elliott joins us with this report.
Sold to trade heroes of the Soviet Union.
I have no ticket, but I have a wishing. And wishing it is very much, and I come to this concert.
While the audience waited expectantly for Joel, we talked with him backstage.
For a lot of people in our generation, rock and roll changed our lives. Do you think there's a chance that the Soviet fans out there tonight can have a life-changing experience the way we all had it when we heard the Beatles, for example?
Well, I don't know if it's me that's going to do that, but I know rock and roll can do that. If maybe I open up something, we get something going here, and more groups come, sure, it's going to change people's lives. It changed my life.
As an encore, Billy Joel sang the Beatles' classic Back in the USSR, which would have certainly pleased both Vladimir and John Lennon. For today, Rona Elliott, NBC News, Moscow.
And Billy Joel joins us live and in person in Moscow this morning. Good morning. On a scale of 1 to 10, how was it?
The show was unbelievable. It started out a little bit on the quiet side, and I think what happened was there was a change in the audience. Some people left because it was too loud, and we do have a loud show, and their tickets were taken by kids outside who just came in, and everything started changing around. By the end of the show, I tell you, the crowd looked like it could have been Detroit, it could have been Philadelphia. It was the same thing.
It lost nothing in the translation?
I had a translator when I spoke between songs, but I found out I don't have to do a whole lot of talking and explaining of things. The music has really been standing up.
What are you doing? What in particular did you choose?
I didn't catch
What
that.
songs are you doing?
We're doing a lot of songs. We're doing Angry Young Man, Honesty, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. Honesty is a very big song here, by the way, a very popular song. We're doing Stiletto, She's Always a Woman, An Innocent Man, Baby Grand. I wish I had a set list. There's about 24 songs, 25 songs. The show runs about 2 hours and 15 minutes, something like that.
You did Back in the USSR at the end, which is a well-known Beatles song. What was behind the decision to do that?
Well, I always liked the Beatles, and I know that the Beatles are very well loved here. And I know it's been done before. It's almost becoming a cliche. Every Western artist that comes over here starts playing Back in the USSR. As a matter of fact, in London, there were 2 Soviet groups playing, and they were playing Back in the USSR. So I just thought it was a good way to say, hey, I love the Beatles too.
Yeah, so it worked. You're going to keep doing it the rest of the tour?
We might. We also do She Loves You too, which I think sounds better.
Yeah.
But Back in the USSR worked last night. I might keep it in. There's a couple I'm going to kill.
What?
Songs I'm going to kill.
What?
Some of the ballads kind of laid there. So, but you do that with every show. When you're in one place for a long time, you insert things and you take things out that don't work.
We've got a little bit of tape that we can play from the concert, and obviously we're going to miss what the crowd felt like for you. Did it feel at all like doing a concert in America, or were you struggling to be understood?
No, I wasn't struggling to be understood as far as when I was singing. And when I was speaking, my translator was good. He's a guy we found to translate for us. And so I knew I was getting across. I was just tired. You got to realize I've been on tour since September of '86. And this is coming at the end of that tour, so exhaustion is catching up with me. We are very nervous, to play here. This is a big deal. Obviously, it didn't feel the same as playing in New York.
Did you see the reviews?
No.
Hey, they were good. They were good.
They
Has
were good?
anybody noticed your wife?
Oh, yes. Matter of fact, I mentioned Christy at the concert, and a whole bunch of guys started yelling, Christy, Christy. And I think that's, maybe that's why those guys were there,
Yeah? Well, maybe that was worth the, 6 rubles it cost, which is the equivalent of $10. Well, Billy Joel, we look forward to seeing more of your concert in the Soviet Union. I think it's fascinating. Good luck.
Thanks, Jane. Thank you.
And we'll be back in a moment with the new 007, Timothy Dalton, after a message.